You're a leech. You can't stay here anymore. That was my father's verdict, delivered in front of everyone at the family meeting. No hesitation, no mercy. His voice cut the air like a blade. I didn't argue, I didn't beg. I just nodded once, rose from my chair, and walked upstairs to pack. But I wasn't packing just clothes. I was packing years of humiliation, of silent endurance, of being the convenient scapegoat. And I knew this time I wouldn't walk away empty-handed. I had built that house more than he ever admitted, not with bricks, but with responsibility. The utilities in my name, the internet bills, the streaming subscriptions, the insurance policies, even the car lease he bragged about negotiating. He let me manage it all because it was easier to dump the boring parts of adulthood on me. And I did it quietly, efficiently, never drawing attention to the fact that the whole system ticked because of me. But he mistook silence for weakness, and weakness for permanence. That night, while he slept smug under his roof, I went digital ghost. One by one, I logged in. Electricity, canceled. Water, disconnected. Internet, terminated. Streaming services, insurance, car lease, all shut down. Every bill, every contract, every account was mine to sever, and I did it cleanly, like cutting wires on a bomb. By dawn, that house was no longer his fortress. It was a shell. The next morning, my door shook with pounding fists. His voice cracked with rage. "What the hell did you do? Nothing works. The house is dead." I opened the door just wide enough to meet his eyes. Calm, cold. "I stopped leeching," I said. Flashback, I was 14 when he first called me a burden. He'd just bought himself a new watch, and when I asked for school supplies, he snarled, "You cost too much. Be grateful I even let you live here." I carried that line for years, tucked deep, unspoken, but I never forgot. So when he called me a leech at the family meeting, it wasn't a new wound, it was just the final one. His screams escalated outside my apartment. Threats, insults, promises that I'd regret this. But I didn't flinch. I knew the truth he was just beginning to taste. His control had never been his. It had been mine, hidden in plain sight, paper trails signed in my name. He thought I was disposable. He never realized I was structural. Days passed, and I heard the fallout through whispers. The fridge spoiled when the power cut. The water ran dry mid-shower. His car got towed when the lease collapsed. And the internet, his precious daily addiction, vanished into nothing. Every comfort he took for granted had my fingerprints on it. And when I pulled back, his empire crumbled. Did he ever apologize? No. Men like him don't bend. They break. But now, when he sees me, there's no smugness, no laugh, just a flicker of something he can't mask. Fear. Because he knows I'm capable of disappearing his world with nothing more than a few keystrokes. People ask if I felt guilty, if revenge rotted me from the inside. But I don't call it revenge. I call it balance. He stripped me of dignity in front of the family. I stripped him of his illusions in front of himself. When he spat, "You're a leech," he thought he was cutting me off. What he didn't realize was that I had already unplugged him. The last time we locked eyes, he asked through clenched teeth, "How could you do this to your own father?" I smiled, small and deliberate. "Easy. You said I wasn't family." That silence, heavy and final, was the closest thing to justice I'd ever known. He built a kingdom on my back. I left him in its ruins, and I walked away not as a leech, but as the one who proved he was nothing without me.